நீ நீடு வாழ வேண்டும் வானம் தீண்டும் தூரம் நீ வளர்ந்து வாழ வேண்டும் நீண்ட நீண்ட காலம் நீ நீடு வாழ வேண்டும் வானம் தீண்டும் தூரம் நீ வளர்ந்து வாழ வேண்டும் அன்பு வேண்டும் அறிவு வேண்டும் பண்பு வேண்டும் அறிவு வேண்டும் அன்பு வேண்டும் அறிவு வேண்டும் பண்பு வேண்டும் அறிவு வேண்டும் எட்டு திக்கும் புகழ வேண்டும் எடுத்துக்காட்டு ஆக வேண்டும் எட்டு திக்கும் புகழ வேண்டும் எடுத்துக்காட்டு ஆக வேண்டும் உலகம் பார்க்க உனது பெயரை நிலவு தாளில் எழுத வேண்டும் உலகம் பார்க்க உனது பெயரை நிலவு தாளில் எழுத வேண்டும் சர்க்கரை தமிழள்ளி தாலாட்டு நாள் சொல்லி வாழ்த்துகிறோம் பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துகள் பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துகள் இனிய பிறந்த நாள் வாழ்த்துகள்
Mohsam kita pakai apa? Happy birthday. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming. First of all, thank you. Thank you for making it for my mom's birthday. 75 today. 75 is a big age. It's a massive path, a massive journey to reach 75. It's crazy. How come 75? You know, like it's not 50, it's not 40, it's not 60, it's not 70, it's not 71, it's not 72, it's 75. When we look at the world today with all those health issues and whatnot, it's scary when I think of myself going towards 75. Like how much more will I have to encounter to go to 75? She's made it. She's made it with a lot of struggle. There was a lot of support. I will talk a bit about my mom because we don't have this opportunity all the time. Today, she's with me in Melbourne. She lives in Mauritius. She's got her 2 kids with her normally. She's got her 2 brothers, 1 sister. Her mom passed away last 2 years ago, and her dad passed away long time ago. Little girl was born in a suburb called Fontenelle. That's in the south of Mauritius. So her dad was what we call back then a marqueur, which would have been classed as one of the bosses on the sugar estate. Unfortunately for her mom, didn't have much education. Mom was working in the fields, and mom being the first kid of 4 kids, she had to sort of back off from school at a young age and had to support her siblings. And her siblings done so well. I would proudly say her siblings had white collar jobs. Mom never had the chance to go further in her studies, but that didn't make her a failure, because today she's so proud of what she's come to. Her 3 kids love her to death. I'm one of them. I can't talk about my brother and my sister, but I love this human being from the bottom of my heart. And the point is, with this woman here, my mother, she has had a lot along the way. So growing up at the age, I think, of 18, Koten Moyek Papi? 19 years of age, which is a very young age. Now we look at women 30, 35 getting serious in their relationship. At 19, after, not an easy childhood, having to help a lot in the household with brothers and sisters. Mother was working in the fields. There's a lot going on. So at 19 years of age, he met the king, which is my dad, which I'm so proud of. But unfortunately, I will talk a little bit more of what has happened. So 19, got married, had my brother, who's now nearly 53, had my sister, who's nearly 51, and I'm 37. So life was great because it was good. Childhood was not great, but she met my dad. She never had to work, mind you. Lived in the house. My dad was self-sufficient to look after the kids. Mom preferred to stay home, and my dad supported her in that. And great life. My dad held a good position in CEB, Central Electricity Board. But guess what? What we think was the best life, never think it's forever. Because after only 20 years of marriage, my dad decided to leave us. And that happened in front of me. Actually, I'm glad I'm talking in English because my mom can't pick all the bits and pieces, what I'm saying. Because if I was to talk in Creole, that would give her so much emotions. And that would be a disaster for what we call a big birthday. So, sorry, Mom, but I think it's best to carry on like this. So 7 years of age, we were traveling to my sister's place in Rosehill, and I happened to be with her on that day, and my dad was fit. He was fit. He was 54, smoker, drinker. That didn't help him, and hot day, his BP rised up, blood pressure rised up, and I could still see him falling down and collapsing, and that was the end of it. That I have goosebumps when I talk about that, but that is life. That is life. So this lady here, when that happened, she was in bed for a long time, for a couple of months. So I moved to my sister's place. My sister looked after me. She was in the background monitoring and supervising and stuff, but the big thing was I was at my sister's place. My uncles, my aunties in the background also helped raising me. Ouais, Jessie va li bon si d'ici pas comprend. But the big thing here is, I think when we come to this age 75, I think when we go back and look how much struggle there was along the way, but still there's happiness now. The kids are doing okay. She's got grandkids. She's got 4 grandkids, 2 great grandkids. Hopefully I'll make it a little bit better for her. Hopefully. That's in his hand. But look, very grateful to have a mom like this. She's done so much for us. At 42, mind you, at 42, a woman can find another man and just construct her life again. But she decided to actually, for someone who hasn't worked ever, never ever worked, at 42, when dad went, she actually chose. My dad, when he went, there was a chunk of money that government pays you because he was good enough to receive that. That could have been enough for me to reach 18. But she chose to keep that money in the bank, right? Save that for me to come over here and help the other 2 kids in Mauritius. So she sort of sacrificed herself and went on the main street in my village. When I talk about this, I feel like, like you have to go and sit on the main road. And your husband was a boss in CEB, but she chose to go on the main road, sit on the main road, sell cakes for 50 cents a cake. Sometimes I was there helping her, and we made merely 50 rupees a day. Merely sometimes. We could have good days, 200 rupees, but some days would be 50 rupees. We go home, we just take it as it is, like, that's life. They are not hungry today. So yeah, we've come a long way. Like, hats off. Like, not only because of my mom. It could be any human being, right? If you put effort, if you do sacrifice, if you discipline yourself for your kids, you give your life for your kids, I will bow down for you. You're the best. So I wish you good health. Me souhaite bon la santé. A bit of high blood pressure, that's her health condition. She came to Australia a couple of times. She gave me a fright at 2 o'clock in the morning, mind you. I'm a nurse. I've taken a lot of BPs. BPs is blood pressure. I've taken a lot of BPs in my whole life for 15 years. And my mom was the actual first patient in history to give me a blood pressure of 240 over 110. I nearly shat my pants. I'm like, man, 2 o'clock in the morning, man. I'm like, what? I rang a doctor friend. My mom is on perindopril. What do I do? And he's like, sorry, man, I can't advise you. I'm drunk. And I'm like, shit. So my wife happened to have her degree already, so I've got the diploma for now. So she told me, quickly go in the kitchen, give her some garlic, let her munch on the garlic. Garlic apparently dropped the BP. That didn't help much. So we rushed her to Dandenong Hospital, and that happened twice. 240 over 110. She's still here. She could have ended up with a stroke. So we are grateful to God. Money doesn't mean shit. Sorry, guys. Nothing means anything. The health is the main thing. If you don't have health, whatever you have doesn't count. So we'll continue to pray to God that she keeps shining and health keeps the best that it can be. So on this note, happy birthday, man. I love you. I will do everything I can, not just because you're standing, but hopefully when you can't, I will do that as well for you. C'est que je dire, en gros, je raconte un petit peu tes histoires depuis que tu es né, tu es marié, tu as fait tout sacrifice que tu as fait quand tu as gâteau sur la main, et aussi, until now, you're still helping me with my kids, which I'm so grateful for. And je me demande bon Dieu continue de toi bien, continue de toi happy. C'est un qui nous fait bizarre et nous envie de toi, reste tout le temps bien, puis nous continuer de supporter nous. Ok? Et nous avons fait mon envie de dire à toi, dis-moi tout le monde, les mondes sont changés. Covid est venu, il montre nous beaucoup de choses. Covid il montre nous que nothing is permanent. Ça veut dire que non, on n'est pas pour rester tout le temps. Du monde peut évoluer tout le temps pour un changement. Mais ce qui est plus important dans tout, c'est qu'il te garde toi ce qui tu étais. Les mondes peuvent changer, mais toi, tu es garde toi ce qui tu étais. Nous envie de toi rester pareil. Et ça me tient des bons pour toi. Astia, moi j'ai un petit request. Dans un groupe qui nous est ici là, moi j'ai envie de connaître. Oh, I speak in English because Pala is looking at me. He's like, "Oh, you've been well in English. Now you're switching to Creole. What's going on, man?" All right. My mom, 15, 20 years ago, she loves this song. Ma maman m'a raconté une santé tout le temps. Dans un groupe qui est content, with that group, the people who normally sing this song, we've been lucky today to have 2 of them here, which is very good. 2 of them are not here because when she was 60, there was Kesavan, Rajiv, Bobo, and Menon. So lucky today we've got Bobo and Menon, and I've learned a little bit of this song, so I will add up and I will try to match Kesavan and Rajiv's voice in there. So pass me the Ravan, turn the music off there, and we'll give it a shot. No. I want to cook that too. No. Menon. Mon maman pour marier après, c'est ça? Allez, attendez, nous rentrer là. Allez, Nati! Vas-y, t'as mon père, allez. Petit peu pleurer, lui demande monsieur, ouais, tu sais, il est mon malheureux. un petit lait désiré, petit écho mal nourri, petit cerneau mis au pavé, famille de sang qui tremblait, famille de nuit réserve, les petits mâles s'arrêtaient. Cerneau mis au pavé, famille de sang qui tremblait, famille de nuit réserve, les petits mâles s'arrêtaient. Ah là là! Mon petit là, le temps du pleurer, mon petit mon le cœur est décidé, mon mari, mon petit, j'ai dit mais l'image s'arrêter. Moi qui l'autre qui décidait, qui l'avait qui n'a pas mené, moi pas de patience, il m'a levé qui s'avait dit, oh là là, il me dit gros, il me rabo, qui s'en a carte, qui dit mais il grandit mauvais la vie, de vous condamner, qui dit mais il grandit mauvais, qui s'en a carte, qui dit mais il grandit mauvais la vie, de vous condamner, ah là là, il a pu dérouler. Envoyez si mes pour galoper, dans un bouclier fort. Sakena pour pleurer, sakena pour pleurer, sakena dans un bouclier fort. Au frère dit ça ou l'ennemi, civilisation y enterrée, l'humanité pas douée, du pays n'a plus divisé, l'humanité dans un bouclier.
Pour ça qu'il avait la vanne finie. Non, mon frère, la vanne finie.
Non, il pas que du tout, un petit bout dans ce moment. Dans un bouclier fort, mon frère dit ça ou l'ennemi, civilisation y enterrée, l'humanité prend du fait, le pays n'a plus divisé, les langues ont plus décidé, civilisation y enterrée, l'humanité prend du fait, le pays n'a plus divisé, les langues ont plus décidé.
We just eat. It's like a magic hands, we call it, you know. So even if we were fussy, if we were angry, but if grandma is feeding you, you definitely eating.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Daniel, allez! Mon charité comment pour l'anniversaire, mon gamois. De nous rendre la robe et berceau, nous n'en vivons l'air.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. மிரட்டி காசை புடுங்கோ தாதா இவரான அருமை பெருமைய உலகம் அறிய அடிக்கணும் ஒரு பேனர் பேசிக்காருல ஊர சுத்தணும் காசை வாங்கின ஆள குத்தணும் அண்ணன் அடிக்கிற அடிய பார்த்து ஐயோ அம்மானு ஊரே கத்தணும்
Happy birthday to you என் சிங்கத்துக்கு happy birthday to you என் செல்லத்துக்கு happy birthday to you என் சிங்கத்துக்கு happy birthday to you என் செல்லத்துக்கு
Sai cuidare con te che a me sa panan ma peso ma me tu mode tu pe panan malu 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 suranga de kamalu kanaba suranga de kamalu kanaba malu malu
Tout le bonheur du monde. Et me souhaiter qu'ils passent un bon moment ensemble. Et ça qui m'a dit, prends-vous la santé compte, gardez bien, pour pas vivre plus longtemps pour nous.
Bon anniversaire, Maï. Me prier que tu es en bonne santé et parmi nous. De l'importance de la vie est énorme et me remercie toi beaucoup pour tout ce que tu as fait pour moi. Manque-toi beaucoup. Me trouve-toi bien vite.
Bon anniversaire, moi. J'espère que tu passes un bon moment à l'occasion de l'anniversaire. Je prie bon Dieu qui garde toi bien pour tous les temps tu es ensemble avec nous. Et le prochain anniversaire, j'espère que nous tous ensemble, nous refaisons un joli anniversaire. Je connais dans Saint-Exalini, bien organisé, un top anniversaire fait pour toi. Je trouve notre figure qui te bien gué ça jour-là. Et tout de même, dis-moi, bien organisé. Et je remercie dans Saint-Exalini infiniment pour tout ce qu'ils viennent faire pour maman. Merci.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Ate. Happy birthday to you. Ate, je souhaite bon anniversaire, bonne santé, beaucoup de joie dans la vie, que bon Dieu garde bien encore.
Maman, je souhaite un bon anniversaire, bonne santé, tu vives 100 ans et nous fêtons l'anniversaire 100 ans dans l'Australie.
Après, je souhaite un bon anniversaire, meilleurs vœux, j'espère que tu réussir trouver 100 ans, nous